Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you Game 11 of the 2022 MLS regular season. Let's take a look. Still top of the table after 10 games. Montreal Impact have 8 wins and 2 losses. Total 24 points and a plus 12 goal differential. So we're still at the top of the league, still doing really well. But there are a few more teams in the conversation. The table is starting to tighten up as it usually does in MLS. As you can see here, Atlanta United has snuck up. They've got 20 points on the season now. Now, they've already played their 11th game, but they're only 4 points back, and they're making some noise here in the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, overall in the Supporters' Shield, some other teams have snuck up. There's Atlanta, Vancouver. Overall, there's 7 teams now within 6 points of us. So that's just 2 wins. That's not too far away. And unlike many seasons, we're not way down in terms of number of games. We haven't had to postpone quite as many games because it's an off season for international teams, I guess. There's no big competition going on this year, at least not right now. So we haven't had to send a bunch of our guys off to Team Canada duty as we usually do. So that's okay. Now we got a couple of small items to look at. Take a look at club. One of the reasons I wanted to show you this game today is because we finally get to show off our stadium improvements. As you can see here, Saputo Stadium capacity is now increased to 25,551. So we can have a pretty good crowd there. Stadium condition, though, is only good. I don't know that I like that. I mean, I guess good condition is okay, but that could maybe affect our attendance. People aren't coming out to see the brand new stadium, and that a lot of other teams in the league have. And it'd be interesting to see if we got a new stadium, how that would help attendance as well. But that's still a few years off, honestly. Major League Soccer teams aren't that quick, at least not in FM. They're not that quick to build new stadiums. So we'll see how that works out in the coming seasons. I don't know how many more seasons we're going to get, considering the FM19 beta is just, a few weeks away now. But anyway, we at least got our stadium expansion done. We're going to take a look at that. Take a look at some club news real quick. MLS Team of the Week announced. Take a look at this. Leonard and Johnson made the Team of the Week. You might recall from our last episode, we just activated Leonard off the disabled list. So now we can look at the schedule and see what happened. Well, what happened after that 3-2 defeat to Vancouver? We bounced back with another excellent victory, 3-0 over Chicago. Very good game. Everybody played very well, but look at who played, well, maybe not the best, but second best was Leonard, coming off the bench for his first start of the season. 9.0 rating and a goal with an assist, 3 key passes. He was all over the field. And then, of course, that man Johnson with 2 goals in his appearance. Let's take a look at said goals. It was a dominant performance, really, from pretty early on. We controlled a lot of the match. Chicago just wasn't playing very well. And here we are, just 19 minutes in. There's Dabo again making a great pass to Leonard all the way across to Johnson. Easy tap-in goal for the target man. Always in the right position. But that was a great little run by Leonard. An outstanding pass by Dabo. Here's Dabo again starting the offense. Lopez's pass is blocked, but then there's his second pass. Gets it to Johnson, and look at that goal. Just across the shoulder of the goalkeeper. Here's Lopez again to Agor. So midfield getting involved. Petrasso looking around, looking, taking it out wide, and then back post to Leonard, who taps it in. So young draftees are starting to get into the mix. They're starting to, make some contributions. It's outstanding. And speaking of draftees and contributions and whatnot, a little dynamics update. It was mentioned in the comments that, with all these strikers we've got on our team now, maybe somebody might complain, might need to get moved out on loan. Well, it turns out the lucky contestant is Hector Valenzuela, of course, our top draft pick this season. He came to us a little unhappy about his first team soccer. He hasn't played a ton this season, although he does have 5 appearances, so that's pretty good. That's half the games he's played in, but I guess that's not enough for a first-round draft pick. But yeah, he came and he was a little upset. We tried to offer him cup competitions, and of course he said no. Everybody says no to cup competitions. I don't know what's so awful about. Move the mic a second here. Don't know what's so awful about cup competitions, but everybody just says that's not good enough. But yeah, so that talk didn't go so well. We're going to have to figure something out. I tried to send him out on loan. It's not really loan season right now, so nobody picked him up. Nobody wanted him. So we're going to have to wait till the summer before we can actually send him out on loan. And I don't know that we really want to, because he is one of our top options coming off the bench. He's the #1 reserve for Kyle Larin right now. So I think what I should have said during the talk was Kyle Larin is playing well, and you can't get in the team because of him. But I don't remember seeing that option, so it might not have been an option during the dialogue. But hopefully, we can smooth this out with some playing time, and who knows what. Who knows what, but right now I'm not too worried about it, because he's just a little upset. Not too bad, I don't think. Let's take a look at happiness here. Maybe. There it is. That was weird. So Duverne is still slightly unhappy, wants to go play. Okay, so Hector is in the red. He's wanted by San Jose. Get out of here, San Jose. We're not trading him. It's we got a strong enough locker room that we can handle an unhappy player. Especially a guy who's the #1 draft pick, who's as good as he is. We're definitely not going to let Valenzuela go just because he's unhappy. So that's the team. That's the schedule. I guess we'll go right to it, all right? I don't think we got much else happening. Medical Center, not a lot of drama. Got a little bit of drama, though. Desovic is out. Mendes is out. Cervantes is still out. Mane had a bit of an injury coming off a twisted knee. So we got a few injured fellas, but, our depth is so good this season that we can deal with it. Formation #2, hand that over to the assistant. And let's get going. Formation #2 has still been the top option. Maybe I should try the Z formation away and formation #2 at home. So far, I haven't seen a pattern. We've only got the 2 losses, so it's hard to discern a pattern from just 2 losses. I mean, even if they have some kind of commonality, I don't think I want to change my whole operation just based on that. So, we'll wait till we get a little bit more data, a few more wins and losses in there and see what happens. Maybe by mid-season we can make that determination. And we might have to change our philosophy anyway with some of our new signees that are coming in at mid-season. We'll see. I don't think so. I mean, I plan on just slotting them in. Or not. Maybe just sitting them on the bench. If we're playing that well, I'm just going to bring them in and say, sorry about that. We thought we might need you, but I guess not. Here's Rabat out on loan. Had a 9.2 over there in Iceland. 5-0 victory for FH. Good for them. So, I mean, we're confident enough to send Rabat out on loan. Haven't really needed him. Hasn't come up much. We are thin at central defense, but playing Duverne at central defense has been, fine and dandy. So here we are, 4-6 favorites over the Red Bull. Red Bulls are in playoff position right now. Let's look at the competition. Or at least they were. Yeah, they are. They're still 6th place, 14 points on the season. So a win here gets them up to 17, and that gets them right back into the mix. So this is an important game for New York. You know, we can afford to lose it, but I don't think we want to lose it, definitely. Although New York has had our number a little bit in the past 12 games. They've won 6 of those 12 with 2 draws. So they do have the upper hand on us in recent years, but that's okay. Let's see. This looks to be the starting lineup mostly. Yeah, I think we're good. We got Valenzuela on the bench, Boyce on the bench, Petrasso, Agor, Bernstengel, our recent signee. He played well last game, so he's going to be on the bench. Got a reserve contract there. Valo on the bench, and Montero. Our bench just keeps getting stronger and stronger. We keep putting more and more starters, or at least guys with starting experience, starting quality on the bench. Because our starting team, we're starting to figure out who's playing the best, and we're putting those guys in there. And we're letting them go. So here's the starting lineup: Thiago in goal, Basic on the left. He's been playing well recently, also with some injuries. You know, he's our top choice right now at left back. Duverne at right back. Jaguar, Chevalier. So that's a tough defense. You know, we've been letting in some goals, but I think this foursome might be able to stop those goals. They got a shutout last game, so we'll see if that can continue. Andre and Lopez in the midfield, Alberto and D'Alessandro on the right. Alberto now our leading assist man with 5 assists in 5 appearances, 7.78 rating, outstanding. And then we finally have Johnson and Laren up top. Tag team back again. Looks like New York going with... Is that Sean Johnson in goal? That is Sean Johnson in goal, 32 years old. What's he been up to lately? At the Red Bulls for 2 seasons now after coming over from NYC. So Robles must be gone by now. He must be retired or something. I don't know. But anyway, Rivera, Silva, Haydari. I don't know that guy. Suchi at defense. So it's a young-looking defense. Mehmeti, Philippe, Adams, and Mater. Mater is a guy with no picture. Is he an academy guy or something? No, 23-year-old Argentinian. Looks pretty good, actually. Corners crossing. Yeah, we're going to have to watch out for Mater. Then Peterson and Thiam up front. They're leading goal scorer. 5 goals in 9 appearances. That's pretty good. All right. Let's get to the dressing room. Hand over to the assistant. Yep. Opposition instructions. We know what old Wilfred's got to say. I mean, I do this every game. It's like a ritual, honestly, but at this point. I think Silva's going to come forward, so we're going to keep an eye on him. Let's go. Tunnel talk. Najeri Letao Silva from ESPN FC. Approaches you in the tunnel. Looks like they're Brazilian associate or something there. Anyway, are your training methods going to change? Who cares about training methods? Here we are, New Saputo Stadium. Got a new corner there in the stands, and it's full. So there we go, 25,551. These are our new stands, or not our new stand, but our new record of attendance. Andre with a foul at midfield. No, Peterson with the foul. Crowd's a little quiet, but we'll see if we can give him something to cheer for. A minute in, Chevalier's been winning a lot of balls recently, especially at midfield. He's been getting pretty aggressive, and it's actually helped us quite a bit. Maybe we give up some deep balls, but I mean, you know, he stops so many potential attacks and counterattacks. There's Johnson can't win the ball. Looks like New York's defense on the back is fairly tight. We might have to get our wingers involved. Felipe Silva, we are pressing them forward, but they're playing that possession style that they like to play. You know, they've got some good midfielders. There we go. Peterson got behind Shigeru at that point, but wasn't able to do anything with it. So you can see sort of the back and forth that Shigeru gives us. He gives us some versatility at central defense, but he also can open up some holes behind him occasionally. There's D'Alessandro. Centers it. Andre with the shot. No good. Segundo coming into that part of the field that he likes to. He likes to come up and take that shot. It's okay. I wish he was a little better at shooting. But anyway, here we go. Lopez with the free kick. Drops it to Alberto. He takes the left footer, and it goes wide. So again, we're taking longer shots. And that's okay early in the game, just sort of see if one goes in. You know, try a Hail Mary. Let's see if Cal Aaron can chase it down. Nope. Hidari looking to play out of his end. New York again trying to start that attack. They haven't really gotten much past midfield other than that one attempt. There's Tian trying to get past Chevalier. Gets enough space to take a shot, but Thiago is there. It's a good New York section there. Mater's going to take the corner, sends it in, headed out by Basic. That's what he's there for. D'Alessandro centers, but there's that man, Chevalier. Nothing happens, though. Nothing comes of it. New York still playing their 4-4-2. Looks like they're getting, as expected, most of the possession. We have been taking a lot of long shots, as our assistant coach just said, so maybe we can, you know, try to work the ball in the box. Get to the 30-minute point and see if anything's happened. Doesn't look like it's going to. Getting shots on goal, but they're too far out. All right. So let's add the instruction, work the ball in the box. Let's get back to the field. There's a corner that Basic had to clear out. Kyle Aaron looks like he's picked up a little injury. Yep, there it is. Bruised ankle. That's not bad, but not good either. We don't want our star man getting any kind of injury. Here we are going to try to start the attack. There's Kyle Aaron. Gets it to D'Alessandro, who's tackled, but it goes right to Lopez. Out wide to Johnson, who takes the shot off the corner of the post. Might want to put D'Alessandro on attack, perhaps. Just to give us another option in the box. If we're going to be playing the ball in the box, sometimes it's good to have a winger, you know, looking for attack. And there's Kyle Aaron with an actual injury. Valenzuela, you might get your wish, my man. He could be our main striker going forward. So let's go. Let's confirm that sub. Put in the top draft pick. So sometimes it works out that way. You know, a guy complains, and playing time just sort of mysteriously appears for him. And there we go. He's going to get a full half at home against the Red Bull, and maybe get a couple of more games out of it as well. If this injury to Laird is something substantial, potential foot injury. So maybe, you know, hobbling around on that ankle caused him to pull a ligament or something in his foot. Who knows? Philippe sends one in. Andre with a tackle. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We don't want to let a late goal in right now. 0-0 at home. We have no shots on target. That's no good. Like I said, I thought that New York defense was playing a little bit packed in the background, or in the backfield, back line. Backfield. Is there a backfield? I don't think there's a backfield in soccer. But anyway, we can still win this. Keep working hard. Let's go. I don't think we're going to make any other changes. Things have been going fairly okay. Their attempts haven't been much. And even though we haven't got a shot on goal, we haven't... Ugh, Basic, what was that? He just shanked it out of bounds. I don't think I like that. Here's Mater with a corner. Sends it long. Back post. Suchi gets ahead on it, but Thiago is there. That's kind of the weak spot of our corner defense, is that little area on the back post. But, you know, we don't give up too many goals, so it's okay. Bosic wins it, sends it in, tries to get it to D'Alessandro, back post. Force New York to try to clear it. A poor clearance. D'Alessandro, look at that. Rope-a-dope. Back to Johnson for the header. Great moves on the sideline by D'Alessandro. Johnson nearly got the goal. Valenzuela on the free kick. D'Alessandro came charging in. Can't win the header. It's not really his forte, but, you know, it was a valiant attempt. Andre's going to try to reset the offense here. Back to Bosic, to Duverne. Duverne's getting some pressure. New York's moving a little bit forward now. Philippe sends one in, headed out by Chevalier, but it's going to go to Silva, and New York's going to reset. 49 minutes down already. Thiam looked offside. Yes, indeed. That was a heroic tackle there by Andre, but still unnecessary. Philippe's playing very well for them. 7.1 rating. Also Mater. So, you know, their midfield is doing well. Meanwhile, on our side, Bosic is looking a little bit, you know, not so good. Johnson as well with a 6.4 rating. Let's give our boys a little bit of a concentration effort here. Tell them to concentrate. We just need one goal to go in at this point. 64 minutes down. 5 shots on target now for New York. Here's another free kick. Silva sends it to Adams. Thiago has to make another save. Suchi's going to track it down. Sliding tackle by Bosic. Big man getting down on the ground. There's Alberto with a nice steal. See if he can spark something going forward. Gets it to Valenzuela. He's holding it up. Drops it back for Lopez. Look at that New York defense. They are all back. D'Alessandro, though, can he break them down with speed? He gets there. Yeah, not much of a cross. Easy save by Johnson. If you can even call that a save. It was just sort of, he was just kind of there. But the highlight continues. Chevalier wins one at midfield. Doesn't quite get it to his teammate, though, and has to back pedal into defense. Fullback's a little bit out of position. Chevalier has to go cover. Thiam with the shot. Duverne ranged a little too far upfield. Forced our defense to shift over, and Thiago was unable to make the stop on the back line. Look at Duverne. Look at Duverne way out of position. You know, that may have something to do. That may have something to do with our instructions. The fact that we're telling them to close down on the midfielders. But, I mean, he was already being closed down on, and Duverne was an unnecessary man there. So we went down a goal. See if we can get one back. Lopez, can he bang it forward for Valenzuela? He does. Valenzuela's got that speed. He beats him. He's got Johnson amongst the trees. Can't get there. Lopez, though, gets an errant ball. Gets the rebound. Takes it out wide. Drops it back for Duverne. Reset the offense to Andre. Andre to Johnson. Valenzuela back to Johnson. Back to Valenzuela with the shot. I mean, you know, they're trying to work out that chemistry. Look at Thiam. Just got an injury. Got the goal and an injury. 27 years old. Senegalese. Goal scorer here. Okay. He's been injured now for De Silva is in. So 2 strikers down in this game. 76 minutes. We got to make some subs here. Johnson not playing well. We're going to bring in Boyce for Johnson. I don't know that there's much else we want to do. We could maybe bring in Bernstingle for Bosic. Bernstingle can come forward a little better than Bosic, I think. Yeah. So let's move Duvern up a little bit. Oh, we could even bring in Vallow on the left-hand side. No, we'll stick with Bernstingle. And we'll send him forward on support as well. So we'll get our fullbacks involved a little bit. Making 3 substitutes this game, so we can't afford another injury. But, you know, we got to do something. So brought in a new target man. Pushed our fullbacks forward a little bit. Not getting crazy with it, but here we go. 81 minutes. There's Bernstingle with the header. Doesn't win it to his teammate, though. He's going to try to make amends. Puts a little pressure on the ball, then gets back in position. Keeping an eye on the young man. He moves up. He marked Peterson pretty well. That was, you know, that was decent defending. He was at least in the proper position, so that's good. 83 minutes. We're going to have to, I think, push forward. Still only 1 shot on target. Meanwhile, New York 7 on target. This is going to kill our shooting percentage. Bernstingle with the throw in. Gets it to Boyce. Forward to Alberto. Alberto. Yikes. He tried to get around his man, but then, I don't know, he sort of lost the plot and just sent it out. But here's another highlight. We'll try this same combination again. Bernstingle to Boyce to Alberto. Beats his man. No, he gets the penalty. Boyce, all right, time for redemption. He's missed his one and only penalty on the season. Let's see if he can make amends. It's a nice run by Alberto, winning that penalty. And here we are. Boyce trying to get his first goal of the season, I think. And there it is. Easy. Slots it home. Didn't lose faith in it, you know. He missed his first one. But he's got the skill and the ability and the talent to be our primary penalty taker. And there we go. He shows it. You know, goalkeeper dove the right direction. Just didn't quite get any oomph behind that dive. Old Sean Johnson is a little old these days. 32 years old now. There we go. Back in it. 87 minutes. We get the equalizer. Let's see if we can pull it out. I guess that counts as a shot and a shot on target. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Valenzuela. Free kick. Nope. Is he our best free kick taker? I mean, I know that's part of the reason why we drafted him. But anyway, the highlights continue. Free kick for New York. Red Bulls try to bang it forward. Peterson gets it to De Silva. Tries to get it out wide. Bernstingle is there. Lopez heads it on to Valenzuela. To Boyce. Boyce is going to get it out wide for D'Alessandro. Is he going to get around his man? No. He's going to try to make some moves. Can't get around him. Turnover, though. Mehmeti. Lopez takes advantage. Boyce back to Andre. Andre forward to Boyce. Is he offside? No. That was an ill-advised shot, my man. I don't know what that was. Ugh, terrible pass by New York. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes already down. Here's Bernstingle at midfield. Bombs one forward. Valenzuela's going to use that speed. He gets to it. Great cross to Boyce. There it is. The new strikers. Showing a little bit of teamwork there. The new strike partnership is burgeoning. And there's our other substitute, Bernstingle, just banging it forward. Letting Valenzuela use that speed, and then great cross, easy finish. That's how it's supposed to be, boys. That's why I love the 2-striker combination, because stuff like that can happen. You know, if that's a winger out there, maybe he's not as far forward. Maybe he doesn't have the attacking pedigree to finish that. Oh, here we go. 30 seconds to go now. New York busting forward. Bad pass. Duvern's going to get to that. He clears it. Just trying to waste time here now. 15 seconds to go in extra time. Rivera with the throw in for New York on the far side. Mehmeti heads it back to him. 4 minutes of stoppage time is done now. Jaguar wins the ball. Back to Thiago. Boots it downfield. That's probably the end right there. Where's the whistle, ref? Mater tries to head it in. Duverne. D'Alessandro starts the counterattack. Valenzuela. So, boys, are they going to let us continue on here? What's going on? Alberto gets it out wide. Centers it back post Valenzuela. Good defense there by Woodward. And ends. That would have been, tragic for New York to give up a third goal there. But they let one slip. They had a road victory in their hands, and they let it go. Rainy Saputo Stadium, sell out for the most part. In front of our new stands, and we get the victory. So there we go. Pretty good second half. Boyce comes in, gets the player of the match with 2 goals and an 8.4 rating. Good on you. So having that kind of firepower coming off the bench really does help. I mean, that adds an interesting dimension to our team. If Johnson isn't performing his magic, then we can bring Boyce off the bench. I think that might be a good way coming forward, for the rest of the season, or at least until mid-season, and see if Boyce starts just outperforming Johnson on a regular basis. Then we'll, switch it up. But at 30 years old, maybe Boyce doesn't really, can't really be a full-time starter anymore. I mean, I know I'm a little age biased. 30 years old isn't that old. It's not like, oh my God, he's falling apart. But, a little wear and tear. It's every bit you can save a guy is... What am I doing? I don't know. Let's get out of here. Every bit of wear and tear you can save on a player is good. Well done, guys. Good win for us. Nice comeback. Bernstingle didn't get a rating, but he made some key plays, including that last pass. Other substitutes, Valenzuela had a 6.7, so he did okay. Better than the guys we substituted out. All the guys we substituted in played better than the guys we substituted out for, and that's what you want. And the pep talk. Leave the match. Let's get out of here. So there we are, still at the top of the league. 27 points now, putting a little bit of distance between us and the rest of the league, especially in the Eastern Conference now. We got 1 game up on New England and 7 points, so we'll see how they do. Atlanta United lost their game, so they dropped back more than 2 games now. So that was a key victory for us. On the schedule coming up, I think we'll come back for a doubleheader in the Canadian Championship against Vancouver. Got to avenge that 3-2 loss. I mean, in the preseason, we looked at Vancouver and said they're pretty good. They made some good moves, and they showed it against us. Now we're going to see if we can win that Canadian Championship, because if we don't win this Canadian Championship, then there's no Champions League for this save, because I don't think we're going to make it another 2 seasons. I think, because we win the Canadian Championship this season, and then next season we get in the Champions League, and I can't imagine us going more than 2 seasons in the next month and a half, however long we got left. So it's going to be 2 very important games coming up versus Vancouver, and that's what we'll show you. So next time. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.